All right.
Welcome back, guys.
Yo, what's going on?
Minds.
Yeah.
Episode 24, 25, 24, something like that.
Somewhere.
Doesn't matter. You guys are here, and that's all that matters.
Hey, you guys might know better than us. No, I'm just
Yeah, some of you will.
How's it going, everyone?
Welcome back, guys. Happy 2020.
Oh, man. It's
Feliz
2020.
Año Nuevo.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Are you guys ready for another year?
Old. Are you? I feel old. 2020, dude. Wow.
2020. Now, it feels like the future now. Like, I feel like I'm living in the future. When I was a kid, I was like, 2000 sounds really, really like old, like far out. But 2020 sounds like some like Blade Runner.
2020 sounds like it should be a movie, to be quite honest. Like, 2020 and future kind of Tron, maybe. Movie
totally.
Or something.
totally, dude.
Yeah, man. So how was your new year, dude?
Good, man. I just had fun with the family, friends.
Yeah, man. I was there. I was there within those friends. We had a good time.
Did some karaoke.
We did some karaoke.
Sang our hearts out.
Some tried and some.
I definitely tried.
We played.
I did Adele.
Oh yeah, you did, dude.
Horrible.
I was actually surprised. Actually,
that was horrible, dude.
You were doing it.
It was my throat. It was cold. I wasn't in a good condition to do that.
We were playing code games, and Ish was had illusions of grandeur because he would like imagine a game and doing the most of
difficult.
To try to make someone guess the most difficult stuff. He did it where he could have just done 2. He would go 4.
Man. I went all big.
Yeah, he would go big. Anyway, it was so much fun though. We had a good time. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys' new year was cool.
Yeah, man. So today we're going to be talking about the upcoming films of 2020. Yep. What are our most anticipated movies of this year? And then we're going to be talking a little bit about some drama that's happening online,
right,
in the interwebs, and about Collider. And I know some of you guys that actually watch us on a regular basis, you may not know what Collider is or whatever, but I'll be sending some links and showing some pictures and stuff like that. And then for those who bumped into us and they want to hear our thoughts and stuff, you guys will totally know what we're talking about. But so stick around to the very end of the video. You'll see what we're talking about there. But first,
in the box.
Out of the box.
In the box. Yeah, I'm messing it up, man. I'm telling you. So we got your box office here at number 5, Frozen, with another 11 million to its already $449 million domestically
which
grossed.
Is almost at $1 billion now.
Yeah,
worldwide. So it's like a day or two away from that. So.
Right. And but Star Wars. It's another 11 million to that. And then number 4 this weekend came out. It came out.
I'm sorry.
The Grudge.
I was talking about Star Wars when I was talking about that. No, but you're right.
Frozen? Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
but Frozen
it's past 1 million. Yeah.
Okay,
billion, I think. Yeah.
So Frozen. Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Frozen, Disney. So number 4, the new movie that just came out this weekend called The Grudge. There was this is a remake, I believe, or just an extension out of the other Grudges. I enjoyed the first Grudge.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite
kind of crazy
horror films.
And it all's based out of some I know a movie
like
based out of a Japanese kind of legend or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it made 11.2 million.
Yeah, which is not bad
for that's what it made.
Smaller, movie in January. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's pretty decent. Yeah. At number 3, I guess because of all the Oscar and Golden Globes which are going on right now. Little Women, it's coming in at number 3 with 12.2 million to its already 57 million gross domestically. And Jumanji with another 24.5 to another 233 million domestic. And at number 1, 33 million, another 33.5 million to its already 450.
Star Wars.
Yeah, man. I mean, this internationally, it's already going to hit the $1 billion mark.
Yep.
So, yeah, man, that's your box office. Dude, it's no surprise. Obviously, we're going to see a lot more Star Wars on number 1. But is it taking a little longer than other films to get to the $1 billion?
That's a good question. It seems like it's tracking pretty well for the 54% mark at the third week. Seems like it's pretty average.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like it's unhealthy or anything like that. But I think it is taking, I think The Last Jedi or The Force Awakens did it in a week and a half or something like that. So I guess it is taking a little bit longer than the first ones, but there's a lot of competition this year. A lot of people, the first few years, they decided not to even compete with Star Wars, but now you have Jumanji,
Right.
you have Frozen. That's a kids film that at that time, I don't think that there's anything at that level, for kids now. Like Star Wars, you could actually argue that Jumanji, Star Wars, and Frozen are for the same audience.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Yeah. So I guess it's a healthy growth. I'm just excited to see Star Wars pass that billion, be another successful Star Wars film, and let the franchise live on.
Absolutely.
I'm very excited to see The Grudge. I was talking to one of my coworkers, Geraldine, and she wanted to kind of talk about it a little bit more and stuff. Sure. And I guess Grudge is something that she's been looking forward to. So maybe we'll talk about it in a future show.
Yeah, man. I mean, the box office right now, it has a few of these of the Oscar or the potential Golden Globe winners, like Bombshells at number 9,
yes,
Uncut Gems at number 8.
Yeah, and I told you before, but Bombshell, I went to go see it with my wife a week ago. Yeah. And man, I was just blown away. What you said, Charlize Theron was just amazing. And then Margot Robbie, her portrayal in that role and just the innocence that she portrays.
Right, yeah.
Great, man. Just great. Like I could see why so many people want to work with Margot Robbie now. Yeah. I could totally see it.
And so at first I didn't know, but it's a fictitious character. The part that Margot plays, which I was kind of a little confused. But when you watch the movie, you get it.
I watched a documentary right after. Like I came home and I was like, I just got to learn everything about this now. Yeah, it's super interesting. And so, I kind of figured.
The reason why I was so interested in watch the movie is I remember when everything was going on with Megyn Kelly and Gretchen Wilson, and all that, hype. But again, they wouldn't try to sweep it under the rug, and you can tell. So I'm like, the one person that I don't think is getting very much recognition for their part that they played, which I think they did great, was John Lithgow. He was David Ailes. He was the big dude that was boss guy, but they put prosthetics on him so that he could look fatter and all this. He did a great job.
Yeah, I really liked it. He did really well, man. And I like the guy a lot. Yeah. And I totally hated him at the end of the movie. I was disgusted by him, actually. Yeah, man. I know most of you guys were too.
You can feel it too when he's asking these girls he wants their loyalty. Yeah. And then they come in and he's asking for them to lift up their skirt and they're really nervous, and dude, there's just though that tense moment in that movie. I love it because you can feel how uncomfortable it is. Yeah. And so they're able to really make you feel that. So it was great. It's great. It's great stuff.
So let us know what you guys think about this week's box office. What are you going to go see? I know I didn't really have much time to watch anything. I wanted to go see Uncut Gems with some of my friends that invited us out to go see it. But we're just so tired. Like right now, I'm running out of energy. But we're doing it because we love to do this.
That's right.
Anyway, so we'll go on to the next segment, which is Hot Tops. Hot Tops. All right. So the first one that we want to talk about is our year, pretty much 2020. Oh. 2019 was an amazing year for film. I would argue one of the best in a very, very long time. We had Endgame and other big films, right? Which actually kind of pushed us to actually start this whole channel thing, right? Because we know we were really passionate about what was going on that year. So, and I think 2020 has some good stuff, and we want to talk about it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and run down what our most anticipated of the month, sort of. Maybe we'll skip a month here and there for the slow ones, but overall we'll go to the big ones.
Yes. Yeah. There's gonna be some really good ones, guys, too. So
So anything for this month that you see you would say oh man, I gotta catch that.
I think. For this month, let me make sure I look at these.
So as you look at that, I would say The Gentleman by Guy Ritchie that he's gonna be filming. He filmed this kind of action film with some big names like Matthew McConaughey and some other guys. So it looks really good. I'll show some clips right now. So it looks amazing. Anything Matthew McConaughey. All right. I'm gonna watch that.
I love that guy, dude.
So I can't wait to watch a Guy Ritchie film.
Well,
again.
Let me see, dude. My computer is acting up a little bit, but I think I was able to see. Okay, no, that's in February. Yeah, The Gentleman probably is gonna take it, but look, guys. I love the Bad Boy franchise, okay? Yeah. And so because I love the Bad Boy franchise, because that first film was great, okay? The first film was amazing. Second film, maybe not so much. Maybe it did.
Really?
It maybe lost.
I really liked the second one.
A step or two or whatever. And it just because the story, you could tell it was Michael Bay, dude. Michael Bay is just explosions everywhere. And he kind of leaves the story and the plot a little bit second, you could tell. And some of these movies, I love the second one as well. Maybe not as much as the first one, but this third one coming, it's interesting to me that it's not getting more buzz than because I even like the commercials that they have out there for that. So probably for January so far. The Gentleman I have seen, but I don't know very much about it, so I couldn't say I'm anticipating that one right now.
I don't know
really
much about it either, but I just know it's Guy Ritchie and Matthew McConaughey is in it, so I'm in.
Yeah, for sure, man.
What about February? What do you got for that one?
So for February,
thoughts on that
look,
one?
I know not a lot of people. It hasn't been the most, I guess, the most popular trailer out there, and I would agree, but I'm still really looking forward to it, is Birds of Prey with Margot Robbie. I just want to see what they're gonna do, due to the fact that I want to see how big they can make the universe, or are they trying to do that, or are they trying to make it smaller, or are they trying to just get rid of the universe, and these are the last go at it, because she's in the universe in the same with Gal Gadot and Wonder Woman, and I guess we'll get to that. But
I hear very good things about that film. WB, it seems like they are betting big and are very confident with the film. So that's what I've been reading online. Okay. The second one on that month, because I do agree with Birds of Prey, is The Invisible Man from Universal, which is premiering on February 28th. It looks like it was part of that whole dark universe thing with the Mummy and the Tom Cruise film that was horrible. Right. Do you remember that movie? No. The Mummy. Oh, I think it's called. Yeah. It's horrible. I guess it's part of that, but I guess they revamped some things, and it looks pretty interesting.
I got a soft heart for Tom Cruise, guys. I'm not gonna lie. That guy, I know he's come out in some pretty bad movies, but I still give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Okay. So So what about March? What do you got?
I think March. Did we have Mulan on March?
Yep, that's exactly it. March 27th.
Yeah, dude, you guys, I'm looking way forward to this movie. If you guys haven't seen the trailer, go and watch it.
Oh my god,
it has so much heart in it that it's great, guys. I love the trailer. What I am wondering though is if they're gonna introduce Mishu or whatever his name was from the cartoon, because you don't see him in the trailers right now.
Right.
You see a dragon in there for like one split second. I don't know if that's going to be him or what they're going to do exactly moving forward. But I am looking forward to Mulan, dude. It looks like it's going to be one of those really good movies, dude.
Yeah. I'm hoping that Disney comes through with that.
Yeah, man.
And it feels like they are, because those trailers have been amazing. My pick for March though is John I forgot his name. The Quiet Place 2.
Yeah.
Kuklinski. Kokinski?
Krasinski. No. That's the tight end from the Patriots. Yeah, John Krasinski, right? Krasinski.
I think it's. Anyway, so you guys know what we're talking about. Jim from The Office. He's directing his wife and Emily Blunt in this sequel to a big hit, Quiet Place.
Yeah.
A great film, guys. If you haven't watched it, I believe it's on Amazon. Please check it out. As a matter of fact, later on today, I'm going to post about it on Instagram so you guys, get reminded about that film. It's so good. I love It's one of my favorite films of I think it was 2018, I believe.
Yeah.
Was it, or the beginning of 19?
Yeah,
I forget. No, 18.
It might have been 18. Great movie, man. The first one is great. The way that they really entice you, and if you guys haven't seen the first one, go watch it before you go and watch the second when it comes out. But really great movie. Such heart. This Quiet Place movie, the first one, has so much heart. I love it. You guys go check it out. I'm super excited for the second one. The trailer just came out for the second one, and it looks
I haven't watched
dope.
I haven't watched it because I don't want to get spoiled. Yeah.
It looks really good, dude. Yeah. I was like, there's a couple of things you'd be like, what, maybe?
Yeah.
But that's great because that's the job of the first trailer, is to like make you ask questions like, I wonder what. And it does that. So I'm super excited for the Quiet Place too.
Cool. So the next month is April, and it seems like they kind of start slowing down there, which is kind of weird due to the summer being so close. But the only film that I could say that I'm excited for on that month is No Time to Die.
Yeah.
James Bond 007, the last time we'll ever see Daniel Craig in a James Bond film.
Yeah.
I mean, it started off with Casino Royale, which is my favorite James Bond film of all time.
Right.
And then there's been some really good films in this saga. But I'm just excited to see what they end up with, because the trailer looks amazing. I love the action in it. The stunts in it were spot on. So
it looks great. I'm not a big 007 fan, to be quite honest. Like, I've watched a few movies. I get the whole lure of 007. I haven't watched very many movies, but the movies that I have watched, some of them with Pierce Brosnan, a couple with Daniel Craig.
Oh yeah.
I loved some of them. I was like, not too, but
Pierce is my second favorite James Bond.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. No, I think Pierce is always gonna live in my heart.
Tomorrow Never Dies with Denise Richard
and Halle Berry. Yeah. And I love those films with Pierce Brosnan. I think they do a great job.
They're like over the top, but like it's so cool. It's cool, man. It's the 90s. You're supposed to like get some crazy action like that.
And then it got more sophisticated.
Yeah. And now it's super sophisticated.
And so Daniel Craig did a great job. And I love the title of this movie, dude.
Oh, dude, yes.
If anything, I think it has the most most awesomest name that a film can have. It's called No Time to Die. Like,
and it's the last film that's so like great.
Dude, yes. I'm so excited. I'm also excited to see who they replace Daniel Craig as.
We'll see. Well, it's gonna take about a year or so to figure that out.
Yeah, there's a lot of the runners up, but we'll see. And I think we talked about that before. For sure. But No Time to Die is definitely my favorite. I want to go see this movie. The trailer was great.
Yeah. All right. So on to the next one. May. Is there any movie that you would like to kind of bring up on that one?
Legally Blonde 3.
Dude, honestly, I'm kind of interested in seeing Legally Blonde 3 because did you guys know that was coming out May 8th? For those fanatics for Legally Blonde, it's coming out. And it seems like all the cast is back, which is only one. Yeah, it looks like her weird friend, the older lady. I forgot her name.
I don't know. The bend and switch.
Yeah. There you go.
So I guess the movie that's probably the most anticipated out of all the films in May, which is a big, May is the month, right?
May is the summer.
Everybody wants to come out in May.
Summer premiering.
And so we have Black Widow starting it off on May 1st.
Yeah.
What do you think, man?
I honestly, I'm not really excited about it. Like, I really don't care about the film, to be quite honest with you. I love Black Widow, and I like enjoy, seeing, what's her name again?
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. She's great. She's in pretty much in everything that I've seen her before. She's amazing. But this story, I don't know what's the purpose of it. So I'm going in with very low expectations, and I hope I get a good ride out of it.
Me too. I'm right there with you, man. I'm not I'm not excited about watching this movie. Do we really need it? Who knows?
Yeah.
However, I am one of those people that can never count out Kevin Feige and what they're doing in the MCU.
Very true.
So because of that, I'm going to go in. I'm going to definitely go watch Black Widow. I'm not very excited about it, but I am excited to see what they'll do.
Right.
And we might come out thinking it's the best movie of the year so far. Who knows?
That would be great.
When it comes to those kind of
That'd be awesome. I'd be pleasantly surprised. How about Fast and Furious 9, dude?
You know what, dude?
Hopes on that one?
I don't have any kind of
Me either. I might not go see it. I may just skip it, but I don't know, because of this channel and stuff, I might have to go see it. So I don't know.
It just depends, guys. I don't want to go see it either. It's just too much. I know what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
they're making these movies not because they're good. It's because it's like
they make money.
It's like McDonald's, dude. It doesn't matter whether people are gonna go, to watch, because it's McDonald's, and that's what they've achieved with branding this Fast and Furious franchise. It makes so much money overseas. These movies, guys, over the Japan and China and all those places, they eat these movies up.
Yep.
And so it's very, very, very good.
May seems very underwhelming. I unfortunately I just kind of I'm a little bummed out about May this year. So whatever, let's move on to June.
Ooh.
Which has some films that I'm kind of like, okay, this makes up for May. So the first one would be Wonder Woman.
Man.
June 5th, Wonder Woman 1984.
How do you feel about it? You watched the trailer too?
I have seen the trailer. It looks really cool. I love the soundtrack that they have on that trailer. It looks very promising. Gal Gadot is amazing in this role. I can't believe anyone was giving her crap for being Wonder Woman. Remember when they casted her? I couldn't either. I can't either, to be quite honest. I mean, yeah, I can imagine other women do it, but she brings some sort of innocence and genuine tactfulness to the role, and it's perfect. She's just perfect in it. So
she's great. The trailer in itself, I'm not sure if I was the greatest fan of it, because it was a little confusing. But then again, it is the first trailer, like I was just saying. We got Chris Pine back, which in the first movie, spoiler alert, he dies in that movie. And then we got Kristen Wiig also appearing in the movie as another character, definitely comedic relief to some degree. It looked very interesting. I can't say I was the biggest fan of the trailer, because it didn't tell me very much, I guess, but I love the colors. I love what she did in it when she was fighting. It almost reminded me of the color scheme that they got going for her. It's just great. I'm really looking forward to this film. It's probably one of my most anticipated films of the year.
Right there with you.
I'm super excited.
Which is DC, and I'm excited for it. DC's gonna have a good year, man.
We also have Tom Cruise, man, and Tom Gunn, Maverick. June 26th.
Top Gun Maverick. Yes,
Top Gun.
Cannot wait to see what they have in store for this. The only problem I have is the director. It's Joseph Kosinski, and he directed Tron Legacy. Which Tron's Legacy is not that bad, but it's just not really. Yeah, I mean, you're not missing that much. I mean, it's entertaining, but I'm just.
Do you remember the first Top Gun?
Yeah. Yes. I grew up watching Top Gun, dude.
Honestly, I watched it. I just don't remember it that well.
Oh my gosh. You have to. That film aged so well. In my opinion. I think I gotta
rewatch it, dude.
So good.
Because I think I watched
Classic
maybe once or twice when I was a kid and never revisited it.
Yeah.
Not because I didn't like it, I guess. I mean, I always, I'm a big Tom Cruise fan.
Yeah.
But I was a big fan also because where we used to live in the Bay Area, a place called Great America, which is like Magic Mountain. They had a ride there in Great America that I would get on a lot called Top Gun. And it was like you got a jet, and it was so cool the way they did it. But
I don't remember that.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it just because it's Tom Cruise, and I'm a big Tom Cruise fan.
Right.
But yeah,
cool. All right, so July. Look, guys, there's only one film in this whole list of movies, and I just got to say it. It's for July.
I know which one you're gonna say.
Christopher Nolan's Tenet.
Yes,
July 17th.
Check out the trailer.
Yes,
it's great.
This movie is what I've been waiting for like forever. I just ever since Christopher Nolan did Interstellar, I've been waiting for another Interstellar or another Inception. You know what I mean? And this is like the next movie that I don't even remember the other film. I forgot what it is.
It was called Dunkirk.
Oh, Dunkirk. Dunkirk is fine. Like it's not a great. Big fan of Dunkirk. I think it's a good movie. It's just not a lot of people enjoyed it, and I get it because it's very tense.
Right.
But Tenet looks so good. Like, I can't wait to watch it. I cannot wait.
Christopher Nolan's the guy that brought you The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger's Batman. Okay, so just make sure you guys.
Yeah, man. Robert Pattinson looks pretty cool.
He does.
John David
Batman
Washington
2 helps this out, bro.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see him in this. I think this is going to be the first big or popular role that he's going to be taking on at the level of people that are going to be watching Batman.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of people they're not going to see all these other I think it's called Glass House or some other smaller film that came out this year.
Yep.
That's nominated for a lot of awards actually. This film is going to be all over the place.
Yeah, and then we have also Denzel Washington's son being a co-star in Tenet as well.
That's his son?
Yeah.
No way. I had no idea.
Yeah, that's his son. And it's gonna be based off this espionage. You can kind of call it another Inception, maybe in a way.
That's what I hear. I hear it's very in the lines of that.
Very like espionage kind of feel for Christopher Nolan. I can't wait. He's one of my favorite directors. I know it's his favorite director. He's one of my favorite directors.
And writer.
I can't wait. The trailer is great, dude. It's so intriguing. He knows what to do. I'm sure he's going to use Hans Zimmer again to do his soundtrack. Robert Pattinson looks great in it. I can't wait to see him. I believe that they did this very strategically, I might add.
You think so?
They put him in this movie, guys. Okay. I know Matt Reeves and Christopher Nolan are friends. And like, you know what? I'm going to cast Robert as Batman because I got one of my best friends, Christopher Nolan, coming out in a movie that he's making him star in. And so after that movie, I know that movie's going to be super cool. Everybody's going to love the fact
it can be a power movie.
Robert Pattinson is the Batman to be because of this movie. This is the potential that this movie has when it comes out. And I believe it's really going to make everybody believe.
I can't wait to see
Robert Pattinson is the next Batman.
I'm down. I'm open. I'm ready.
And we can't forget also in July we got Ghostbusters coming out. There's also The Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds. I want to tell you guys a little bit why I'm excited about Ghostbusters. Okay, this is the reason why. Maybe a lot of you guys didn't watch it. The first Ghostbusters. You know, I was a big fan of those movies. They came out with the girl Ghostbuster not too long ago.
Oh yeah.
I'm a big fan of the movies. I love it. I liked it. It wasn't that bad, but it got really, really bad reviews. Critics murdered the girl version of Ghostbusters. Now they're coming back on July 10th with a new Ghostbusters,
which is a direct sequel, huh?
Yes, and it's Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is starring in the movie. Yep. It's funny because the way that they present him as like a teacher kind of like thing. I'm gonna say though that this is reminded me a lot of Stranger Things. Okay, the way that they went about doing the trailer.
I haven't watched the trailer.
Yeah, check it out, man. it's intriguing. You like want to watch it. And the reason you don't see any of this stuff in the trailer that I'm going to say, but I know it because I know Bill Murray is going to be coming out in it, Dan Aykroyd, all the old Ghostbusters are going to be coming out in this movie. And so it's going to be revolving around Egon's lineage. And so Egon was the most brainiac of the whole group of the Ghostbusters. And so he's the only one that's died out of all the Ghostbusters so far in real life. So they're basing it off of his lineage a little bit. And we'll see what happens, man. I'm looking forward to the Ghostbusters. I'm a big Ghostbuster fan.
Yeah, man. I'm excited about that one too.
Also, we have Jungle Cruise on the 24th of July with Dwayne Wayne.
Yeah, whatever.
Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt.
Yeah, that looks fine.
But anyway,
I'm excited about August bringing in Bill and Ted Face the Music. August 21st, Keanu Reeves and what's his name? John Wick. Oh, no. What's his name? What's the other dude's name? I forgot his name.
Yeah, dude.
Alex
I don't
Winter.
remember his name.
Alex Winter. They come back to the role, Bill and Ted, and it looks like it's gonna be epic.
Isn't it?
It looks pretty cool, man.
Were you a fan of those movies?
Yeah. I did. You know what though? I don't really remember like the storyline. I just grew up with it, and it was just really entertaining. So I just kind of watched it.
It was a time travel. It's time travel, and they're trying to save the world. With. But like,
yeah.
Nah, that was the other. But yeah, they go
Wayne's World,
and then that was Wayne's World. They travel in a telephone booth.
Gotcha. Yeah, I remember that. I just don't know. I mean, you don't have to explain the story to me, but I just don't remember it. So I need to watch it again.
But the basics are there.
Yeah,
you know of the movie. It's good, dude.
Yeah.
I when I was a kid, I used to love it. So just to see Keanu Reeves and him back into that role,
what I want.
It's kind of cool, dude.
Can't wait.
It's kind of cool. So yeah, that's that.
All right. So for September, I would say the only real movie that I'm looking forward to is really The Conjuring, the new one that's coming out on that year. The Devil Made Me Do It.
Yeah,
I'm not a big horror fan per se, but The Conjuring has achieved a level of quality for horror film, and I respected a lot what James Wan has done in it, in this franchise. I'm totally down to see what he has next, especially because it's an actual sequel to Conjuring. It's not like one of these spin-offs. It's like the Avengers of Conjuring, right? So I'm totally down to see what they have in store for that. I'm really excited about that film.
Yeah, Conjuring is probably the movie right now that is going to probably be coming out in that month. There's obviously, once we get more into the year, there are probably more slimmer pickings because some of these movies have not been announced.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Christmas movie. There's just a bunch of them.
Yeah,
comes out, but But yeah, those are pretty much it, man. I mean, and Venom in October.
Yeah, that's what I remember watching. Hearing about that, and then Eternals, November 6th.
Oh, dude, I can't wait for Eternals, man. I think Eternals is gonna like really bring. Honestly, I think Eternals is gonna bring back the MCU kind of excitement.
Yeah, I think Eternals is gonna start the future of the MCU. I think this is going to be the actual first phase 4 film, you know, and I'm excited to watch it, man. I'm really excited to watch Eternals. It looks pretty cool from what I've seen.
Is it me or is it a little underwhelming this year?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the only few ones are like maybe 2, and that's it. And that's like,
I mean, I'm looking forward to a few, but I'm sure there's a lot of them that haven't come out yet.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the smaller indie films come up and step it up with like new stuff, and maybe it's not going to be a huge blockbuster year for anybody really. It looks like Disney's not coming up with its $11 billion that they made in 2019. They're probably not going to do that again for a very, very long time.
Who knows? But yeah,
they're not going to do it.
They don't have an Avengers. They don't have.
It's not going to happen. Yeah, so 2020 looks a little underwhelming, but we'll make the best of it.
Yeah, that's right. All right, guys.
So we're on to the next and final topic.
Thick of it.
Hot tops.
Yeah.
With Collider Video. Collider is an actual website on the interwebs about movie, entertainment, media related topics. And they have a subdivision called Collider Video.
Yeah.
And they owned the rights to a few names, big names in the YouTube space about movie related, banter and reviews and such, like what you're watching right now. We talk about movies like if it was like an ESPN type of format, and we have a whole dialogue, and we have guests sometimes, and we spitball different theories, and Collider pretty much really I don't want to say they started it, but they were like the most popular one. I mean, I guess they were getting up to like 200K views per episode at one point. Yeah. And so unfortunately, I said were because Collider canceled major shows like Movie Talk, Jedi Council, Collider Live, and Heroes. Right. And I'm pretty sure I'm missing some others, but yeah,
those are the
main bread and butter. As a matter of fact, Jedi Council was hitting about 90 to 100K views per video, and it was really still really very, very, very popular. So it's unfortunate because I watched them a lot, and it's kind of sad that they let go a lot of people and the staff from Collider. A lot of people that I watched for a very, very long time. I remember being single and watching them like at work, and it was I grew up. I don't know. I want to say grew up, but like my job, like that was the thing. That was the thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. This story here, guys, it's because we're in the same, we do the same thing. So, and these are the people, this is probably the people that worked, not probably, the people that worked for Collider really inspired us to start what we do now. And Christian Harloff and John Campia, John Snap, all of those guys. And so you hear this news, right? And you hear that Movie Talk is gone. And I think that's probably one of the first shows that me and you probably talked about and said, oh, okay, we have a lot of the same interests when it comes to movies and what we watch. And so when you get the Movie Talks and the Jedi Council and the Heroes that Sean Snap used to host, all those three shows were created by one man, and his name is John Campia. And I'm not saying that they did it because it's John, not at all. I'm saying they canceled shows that just didn't work. With the people that they got to run those shows
after they left.
Yeah. I mean, I think Perry Nemiroff and a couple of other girls did a Movie Talk, I think, and it just was really bad after Mark Ellis left. It was already bad when Mark Ellis was there, as far as people viewing and people, the level of importance wasn't there anymore for Movie Talk. I can feel it just by looking at their views. I'm very disappointed that they got rid of some of those shows, because I would still watch sometimes Jedi Council and also Heroes sometimes with the people that they had there, just because I wanted to. But more than anything, I'm disappointed that they got rid of shows that made them become who they are now on YouTube.
Yeah.
And the way that they're responding to it is not very nice. And that right now, that's why we chose to talk about it today.
Yeah. And I don't want to like come up and like talk about just different companies and, negatively and stuff. Even though we have been a little critical in the past, we do have another video on our channel that talks a little bit about all of this, but overall, we just want to kind of pay our respects to everyone that was in Collider, that was in Collider Video. about 2 months ago, we did a video about Christian Harloff leaving, and it affected a lot of people online. Like, it affected them, of course. Now it's canceled a lot. Like, all the shows that he was on were all are canceled now, and we kind of just decided to, like, hey, we appreciate you, Christian, everything you've done. We also decided to talk about John Campea at that time, and we just we paid our respects. At this moment, though, I just I appreciate everything that they've done, but also there's it's sad to see how they let go of people and how they did it. I don't know if you know how they did it. And
a few hour notice.
Yeah, few hour notice. The fans didn't get a goodbye from Collider, from Movie Talk, from Jedi Council, which I'm really, really mad about. Yeah, because I still watch Jedi Council like religiously. Like, I've watched everything.
What was the last Jedi Council that they did?
Like a week ago.
And who?
It's every Thursday. Ken Knapsack. Yeah, and he was a great host. The whole format, Emma 5, that was on that show too, that they brought her in. She was a breath of fresh air to that whole show. The format that they changed it up to, I thought I was gonna hate it. Loved it. Like, it just flowed very well. There was a positive environment in that show that I felt like we really needed as fans, of Star Wars and all that, media and space. And it just kind of sucks, man, because they kind of gave up on things for other ventures, which I don't know if you've
other
seen.
Shows that they fake ID or something like
exactly
that.
Like the fake outs where they have like people famous people's faces on.
It seems so stupid.
And like, I watched the latest one where it's like George Lucas and like Harrison Ford, and they're pretty much complaining about how they're talking about Baby Yoda and they're high. That's pretty much it. I laughed maybe once throughout the whole half of the video, because the other half I was like, I'm checking out. And that is not going to be sustaining them at all.
Yeah, no, he was right. You're absolutely right. I looked at some of the shows that they have, and none of them, even the camera quality that they got him going on over there, it's not the same. You could tell that the production is not at the level that they had.
I feel like they checked out on a lot of things, man. And I don't know. I understand that there's a business side to it where the company's not getting enough views per video on the amount that they're investing in, and I totally get that. I understand. We get that part. But unfortunately, the way you guys did it, Collider, man, you guys really left us hanging, dude. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not going to be surprised if you lose half of your subscribers in the next 3 weeks. You are going to lose a lot of you got to get a lot of unsubscribes, and it's because you had no respect for the following that built your company. We went through years upon years on this with you guys, and I was pretty loyal to you guys for a very, very long time, even though John Campea has his channel, and I would always check in first with Collider, Movie Talk, and Jedi Council, just because I knew that they had a really good quality and that they had they were trying. But towards the end, you're right, they checked out a little bit. But the way that you just kind of just left it off, yes, okay, maybe you were only getting 20K views, but man, you should have just respected those 20K people. You know what I mean? Yeah. You should have respected us. You should have at least allowed us to say goodbye. So, that's just me. Maybe you want to talk about what John Campea had to do.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right, Ish. It sucks because there's a lot of people that lost their jobs due to things, and they got maybe an hour or two notice. One of the girls that was a host of Collider Live, I don't remember her name right
Roxy?
now. Yeah, Roxy. There
She's
you go.
Cool. I followed her on her YouTube page, YouTube channel. She had a live. She went live the other day, and she was just kind of explaining what was going on, and there was a lot of support for her, man. I think she's a great personality to follow. Yeah. I think she's real positive.
She put a YouTube a YouTube post on explaining everything that happened. She gets really emotional, and it felt bad for her. She explains how kind of things happen, and then just other people have been explaining about how things happened.
Yeah.
You're right, dude. It's not right the way they did it. Collider was going downhill. I've always said it. I've always started saying it since John Campea left, to be quite honest.
Yep. Slow decline from there.
The way that things were done were completely just not right. I felt these people needed a much more respect than they were given. But things happen in business, and we got to just continue on, and that's fine. However, and these are one of the reasons that John Campea got upset, right? Is because this guy named Jack Hind was putting she put out some tweets out there making it seem like everything that they did for that channel just didn't matter anymore. People don't want to watch your guys' stuff. Don't be so upset as to why these shows were canceled. What are you guys so upset about? I mean, you guys had your turn or your chance, kind of thing like that. The way he came off was just being a real jerk and not paying respects to the people that were there before him, and the fact that he has a voice to be able to say what he needs to say now in these shows, and the backing that he has is only due to the fact that John Campea, I'm gonna say it's John Campea, the fact that these shows worked so well the way that they did. He was like the person. There's in a group, I always told him, in a group there's always a nucleus. Okay, there's always a nucleus in a group. John Campea was that nucleus in that group. When he left, it became Christian Harloff. Maybe Christian didn't do as well in my eyes as John, but he was still that person. If people tuned in, if I tuned in to Collider, was because of that guy. And we got this guy, Jack Hind, trying to make it seem like these guys, whatever they were doing, that they didn't do a good job at it, or and then he said something else too, right?
Yeah, well, he was pretty much being just really, he was just trying to diminish what everyone's job was the job that everyone was doing at Collider. And he's just, this is what he said: sorry, the daily shows and the weekly shows you were all on did not perform well enough to stay around. It sucks, it really does, but the YouTube community didn't support you in the channel, only now once it's gone. And so, it's unnecessary to say that, especially that you're coming from that. It's like, hey, sorry, we've had to fire you, but it's not our fault. It's the community's fault. And how dare you guys say that? Yeah. It's because you guys didn't invest enough in your stupid show. And so, and it's, I don't know. That's just me.
The problem over there in Collider, and we all know it, nobody wants to say it, and nobody says it because of some kind of respect that everyone has. And this guy, it's that Mark Fernandez guy, the owner of Collider, dude. You could tell that the dude is just right there, a sweaty mess when he's on camera. Who knows what this guy is thinking about? Anyway, I don't care really, to be quite honest. I'm glad that all those people are out of that channel. Maybe they start doing something better.
So follow them, guys.
Yeah. So
we'll add some links and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, it's sad to end this week with that bad news, to start the year with that. So.
One thing I'm going to say though, when it comes to John Campea, right?
Oh yeah.
He puts it on YouTube. He didn't make a video about it. He just puts a comment on YouTube about it, saying that he's not going to comment because he's, all this before all of this
trying
happened.
To be classy.
Yeah. Trying to be classy. Everybody texted, everybody put their thoughts about what he should do or whatever. And at the end I said, John, I think you should share something, because no matter what, you were the creator of all those shows. And I think you owe it to the people to at least say what you feel, even if you were in disagreement with them. But, you just don't make it into a negative. Yeah. That's fine. And the next day, I'm not saying it's because, he saw my message, but the next day he addressed it to everyone. Yeah. And he brought up a lot of the points that I put in that message for him. And I'm glad that he did, guys. And this is a whole YouTube community when it comes to all this stuff. So, too bad. But I'm glad that Collider's done with all that stuff too, because they were doing a crappy job anyway. So,
yeah. So, well, you guys can follow us now.
Yeah.
And watch us do a crappy job. No, I'm just joking. We're not doing a crappy job.
No, we're not.
Darn it.
We're not.
You guys can follow us Please share.
Yeah, man.
And hit the like button and notification bell, and let some people know about our show.
Yeah.
Please, it'll be very, very,
Very helpful.
very helpful for us.
And we'd appreciate it. And again, the guys, everyone, I know that you guys are watching. The people that watch, we appreciate you guys watching.
Thanks, guys.
And if you guys have any suggestions,
comment
below.
Let us
you
know.
guys. All right, you guys stay
movie minded.
Yeah.
Peace.